Hello, welcome back to another 5-star video on the channel. I'm Jacob J's Books Corner, and today we are talking about my 5-star predictions. This is my 5-star prediction vlog for Don't Fear the Reaper, which is the first book that came out. I have several books, 4 more books. Not several. They're going to be coming out over the next few months, and I'll be popping in and doing these individual vlogs, seeing if they do live up to my 5-star hype that's already around them. Now, I picked books personally that I thought would be 5 stars for myself, and that wouldn't be getting any other type of content on the channel. Because there's other books that have come out so far, one of them I did not like, that were deemed 5 stars. If you go onto my Goodreads shelf, there's more than these books on that list. If you're curious what the 5-star books are, I will link the initial TBR video down below and also link it in the cards for you. The way this is going to work, Don't Fear the Reaper is a sequel, so the only thing I can guarantee will be spoiled is probably book 1. So I recommend going read My Heart is Chainsaw before watching this, or if you have, you're in good territory. I don't plan on spoiling anything for this book, but if I end up spoiling anything, the screen will turn this color. Basically, sometimes when you're doing videos like this, with 5 stars in particular, there could be a very specific reason why it turns 5, like why it's a 5 or why it's not a 5. Reasons why this might not be a 5. This is book 2 in a trilogy, so sometimes the middle book syndrome is really hardcore. So this could be a middle book syndrome type of book. Another reason is I did not give the first book a 5, but I loved it enough to want to we'll read again. I also didn't know this was coming out until 3 months ago, so that's also exciting. Then I just learned that Jane Levy, who is one of my favorite horror actresses right now, is part of the narration for this book, which is so fucking exciting. I love Stephen Grant Jones' writing. I do like the world that this is about. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'll update you as I read it. Go ahead and jump into it. Alright, I want to give you guys the 75% check-in for Don't Fear the Reaper. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or I was just going to update you guys at the end, but I have a feeling this vlog type thing a little too short, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm loving this book. This is book, even with we're getting to the point where the twists are starting to come out type of thing. The bloodbath has fully been in a circle, and so now it's the twist time. And even though I don't love every reveal that's happening, it still is definitely going to be a 5. I would be super shocked if it wasn't a 5. Oh my god, it's making me think I should make a video for my favorite sequels of all time, because this would be on that list. It feels like, now that's big. It's a big bold statement just for a simple fact that we're not done with it yet. Bear with me as I finish it. I will finish it today. I have an hour left. It's so good though. It's so fucking good. I could not recommend enough. Your reasons why you didn't like the first one is because it wasn't violent enough. It didn't have, the story wasn't chaotic enough, or it just wasn't a slasher, a true slasher. This book, pick up this book immediately. This is the book. Now you need to read the first one to read the second one, so this is a sequel. I was curious to see how much of a sequel it is. It's a true sequel. And I wonder if the third one, because it's a trilogy, and because I wonder if he knew it was a trilogy when he wrote the first one. Since he knows it's a trilogy now, I wonder if this is going to end on a cliffhanger. That should not affect my rating at all, unless the cliffhanger is truly horrible. Either way, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I talked about what it follows. So now that I really know, this follows Jada. She comes back into town, and there's this murderer going on. I think I've talked about it before, and he's murdering a bunch of people. And it's just overall a very fast-paced novel. This book is almost 500 pages long, and I am just flying through the damn thing. It's ridiculous. And I think there's so many quotable lines and so many gory and fantastic kills. And yeah, and also the animal abuse is really low, and some of the more worser aspects of things that came out of left field for me, darker storylines that were in My Heart is a Chainsaw, is not here. And there is still this person writing the story throughout the book, but it's not as super story heavy like all the papers were for the first one, which are mentioned here, and so it's important to know about them. Either way, I think he's doing a fucking phenomenal job. And yeah, alright, I'll see you guys over at the bookshelf for the final update. And I would be really shocked I walk out with this not a 5, which is great for the first video in this 5-star book series thingy. Yeah. Good morning. I'm here to close out this vlog for the first book. That was a 5. My prediction was correct. This was honestly a perfect sequel, in my opinion. It was everything I ever wanted and more. Not that I really knew what I wanted, but it definitely crossed off all those barriers. So this was perfect. I can't tell you why, because I'm doing this non-spoilery. A few of you guys had commented that's how you guys want me to do these type of videos, and so I'm gonna try to keep it to that. But just know even the ending, which I will say becomes very outlandish and very like, what the fuck, was beautiful and was everything. And it was the perfect like Stephen Graham Jones ending. And so like, yeah, they did leave it open for a sequel in a way, like it's very, very hidden beneath like some of the layers, but it's there. So I'm very excited for the third one. I hope it doesn't follow directly Jade, but I wouldn't mind Jade coming back in like a Sidney Prescott Scream 5 way. That would be really cool. Honestly, with how cursed this town is, I could see these going on for a long time. I would hope. But I understand that Stephen Graham Jones wants to write other shit as well, which I get. But like, it's so good though. Why do you want to leave it? When I read the third one when it comes out, hopefully in the next like year or two, I will be rereading the first two again. Because while reading this one, there are several characters that I'm sure were supposed to have a bigger impact, which is what people could take away, not make it so high. If I would have read them back to back, so I do recommending reading them in like unison. That's my recommendation. Either way, it was a perfect 5. It was everything I ever wanted and more. I hope I explained myself very well. It's extremely gory. Animal gore does come in at the very end, and it does have like an interesting plot line that I didn't see coming. I guess like the first one did. It's not as graphic as the first one, but it's there, so just so you know. And there's some family trauma and stuff. I do recommend looking at the triggers, but that I think is a given with the Stephen Graham Jones in my opinion. That being said, I'll talk to you guys all next time. Goodbye!